Samsung's dips into the affordable spectrum of the smartphone space have improved year over year, and the Galaxy A52 5G might actually be the best of the bunch, so let's find out why together. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then tap the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. I have to say right up top that the fit and finish on the Galaxy A52 isn't quite to the standards that I expected of Samsung. Now that isn't to say this phone feels bad in any way, it just feels different to the kind of things that Samsung, or the kind of devices Samsung has been producing and that many people out there will be accustomed to. For starters, it's boxy, flat, and of course you can feel the plastic side rails and that rear panel right away. It's noticeable how warm to the touch plastic is compared to the cold feel of glass and metal. The side buttons, they feel good and are extra clicky when pressed and activated, but the SIM card tray isn't quite flush with the outer bezel on my model, and I must admit, does feel poor. This is exacerbated as well by the seam between each side of the display and that rear panel. I get that it does aid grip, but it's a very strange feeling when most phones, even at the low end, now seem to have softly curved back plates to alleviate this issue. If you prefer not keeping a case on your device, I can kind of see though how this will be welcome, as it will again provide some extra grip. For me though, I'm still not entirely sure, but yeah, okay, it's there, it's worth noting. The overall package is modelled on the Galaxy S21 and to a lesser extent the Note 20 series, but it is toned down to account for that lower entry cost. It's easy to distinguish up close, but from far away the design is, I think, pretty close enough to deceive most people. A big bonus as well is the added IP67 water and dust resistance rating here, and there's even a headphone port if you want some wide audio. At 6.5 inches though, the Super AMOLED display is the biggest and most important component here. It's Full HD Plus, which garners a big check mark in the good column, but it also has a 120Hz refresh rate, which is the real pièce de résistance here. Right out of the box, this panel is set to the higher refresh rate, and it helps ease you in and allows you to enjoy a smoother UI experience. The central punch hole has been chipped down to the point that it feels almost non-existent. I've just enjoyed the panel here, as it gets nice and bright, makes text and images look crisp and sharp, plus the bezels are fairly small, all things considered. It's not something that you ordinarily see on affordable smartphones. I will say that all content I've consumed using the Galaxy A52 display has been absolutely fine. Viewing angles are great, and the ever so slightly larger slide bezels compared to high-end Samsung smartphones, plus that flat display, mean that accidental touches and taps don't pose a problem when viewing videos in landscape. When you consider as well the price, this is among one of the best displays on a sub $500 smartphone. I will say as well, I've been fairly happy with the in-display fingerprint scanner. When you line your thumb or finger up correctly, it's fast and accurate. The placement is pretty good too. It's not too high, nor is it too low. I've found that the Galaxy A52 is a perfectly fine performer so long as you don't push it too far and stick to the basics. That means general texting, browsing, some light 2D or 3D gaming, taking and editing photos to a minor extent, but beyond that, you might, or if you are looking to do more, this might not be the smartphone for you. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 750 isn't the fastest chipset, and if you try to do too much, then the A52 can get bogged down when trying to do all of these things simultaneously. What I mean by that is that you can see some lag if you are trying to multitask, and I think that is more evident with the higher refresh rate display enabled. You can see minor frame dips when things are starting to catch up. That said, this isn't something you'll encounter too often if you stay within that usage sweet spot. As I said, texting, calling, emailing, browsing, they're fine. 3D gaming, video rendering, lots of Lightroom, not fine. It's as easy as that. One UI 3.1 also, I don't think it seems to get in the way as much as some of the older versions, while that 120Hz refresh rate does enhance the experience so long as you don't encounter some of those slow patches I mentioned. A big bonus here is that Samsung has committed to at least 3 years of software updates too, so you don't need to worry about getting updated to the latest software version or even the latest security patch right on time. Even with that power-sapping 120Hz refresh rate enabled, I found the battery life on the Galaxy A52 to be fairly solid. Without too much exertion, 2 days of moderate usage like sporadic WhatsApp usage, some social media scrolling, and the odd YouTube video proved to be a breeze for that 4500 mAh internal cell. On a few days, I pushed harder with lots of 5G usage and photography sessions, and a full day of lifespan seemed to be similarly easy to attain, although a metric I'm not actively a fan of, simply due to the usage patterns I saw screen on time hover around the 6-hour mark when using the A52 as my default device every day. Topping up is a little slower than most high-end phones. Even though the Galaxy A52 supports 25-watt charging, it does ship with an 18-watt charger in the box. It takes a couple of hours to resuscitate a dead device from 0 back up to 100% for whatever that's worth. At the rear, we're working with a quad camera setup on the Galaxy A52 5G. The good news is that 2 of these lenses are fairly solid. Luckily, the 2 good lenses include that 64 megapixel main sensor and ultra-wide, which holds up well stacked up against similar priced smartphones. Images taken with that main sensor after pixel binning drop from 64 to 16 megapixels. The sharpness, contrast and colours, they're really good. Samsung has toned down saturation levels in recent years, which helps ensure the Galaxy A52 is more accurately reproducing scenes that you'll see with your eyes. There's still a little bit of a vibrancy to images that screams a Samsung took this photo, but this isn't necessarily a negative like it was in the past. Even in low light, you'll get some solid stills here. Sure, images can have a slight yellow colour cast, but when the light begins to dim, you can get some good photos here. The camera is good if you stick to the 2 best lenses and outright avoid the macro lens though. It's fun for a few minutes and then you just realise how useless an addition this added focal length is on a smartphone. I'm not entirely sure what level the 5 megapixel depth sensor helps, but portrait effects and edge detection on the Galaxy A52 proves to be pretty solid overall on top of that. Using what is a standard combination earpiece speaker and downward firing tweeter, the Galaxy A52 5G also packs in stereo sound. The sound though is fairly flat, but if you want to blast some tunes out your phone and don't have a Bluetooth speaker or pair of earbuds around, then I think it'll probably get the job done. Of course, there's also that 3.5mm headphone port. Wide audio is really a sensible addition for an affordable device such as this, and that downward facing port is placed really nicely too. With just enough of a taste of what makes the top tier Galaxy S series so popular, the Galaxy A52 5G happens to be a great affordable Samsung smartphone for just about anyone not concerned with having the highest end experience. Naturally, it has one of the best sub $500 smartphone displays, promises prompt software updates and support, you get 5G connectivity out of the box, plus there's a lot to love with One UI 3.1 and all of the added extras. That said, the Galaxy A52 5G pulls the Pixel 4a 5G back into focus in North American markets as the device's biggest outright competition. It comes with a marginally faster chipset, similar update lifespan, but has a far better overall camera and software experience. Sure, an IP rating and a far better display is a big bonus, but it's a very tight competition for your hard-earned money. There's also the heavily discounted Galaxy S20 FE and even the recently released OnePlus Nord CE in other markets to contend with. The former is still one of the best value packages around and likely the one that I would track down if I wanted an affordable Android with a flagship level experience. That said, the Galaxy A52 5G is yet another great A-series Samsung that doesn't disappoint in most areas to make it worth a look, provided you can grab a discount on it. So that is the Galaxy A52 5G, a pretty solid affordable Android phone that, sort of like the OnePlus Nord CE, has some competition that might push it to the side if you can get discounts elsewhere, but it does have one of the best update schedules and a decent set of cameras for the price. Let us know though in the comment section down below what you think. As always though, this is Damien with 95 Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.